मजेदार चैप्टर सिखाने वाली हूँ जो है एटम्स एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स. आफ्टर लिसनिंग दिस यू पीपल मस्ट से एक मजेदार चैप्टर और वो भी एटम्स एंड मॉलिक्यूल्स. या गाइस दैट इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग चैप्टर. एक मजेदार चैप्टर है. आपको आई मेक यू इट इंटरेस्टिंग. ओके, let by the end of this video this lesson will be this chapter will be very interesting. So I'm making it interesting. If it is boring for you, so what to do, you don't know. So like, share and subscribe my channel. Let's study class 9. And to get further more videos like this, please go through only class 9 channel of mine, my second channel. Okay, fine. So आज हम करने वाले हैं atoms and molecules class 9 की. And I'm not sure that everyone will have the textbook, so I'm just gonna present the PDF of our atoms and molecules so that you people can get it. ठीक है, I'll show you how to even how to even get it. ठीक है, तो I'm just presenting my entire screen. मैं सब दिखाने के लिए रेडी हूँ. मैं क्या ऐप यूज कर रही हूँ, ये है रीस्ट्रीम ऐप एंड आई एम यूजिंग दिस फॉर माय यूट्यूब लाइव वीडियोस. स्क्रीन प्रेजेंट करने के लिए आप ये वेबसाइट यूज कर सकते हो. पर इफ यू आर यूजिंग समथिंग लाइक कंप्यूटर, आपको वेबकैम नहीं है तो नया आएगा. That is obvious point. I don't have webcam for my computer, so I'm not getting it. It's okay. But when I join from my laptop, you can even see me, right? So let's excuse just for now. ठीक है, तो अभी चलते हैं मैं how to open a PDF of our atoms and molecules. So first go to a new tab. ठीक है, एक new tab में चलो. Or click, what you will click guys, atoms and molecules class 9 PDF. Click on this. Okay, click on this, then you will get number of things over here. You will get some pictures also individually. But आपको क्या चाहिए, PDF चाहिए ना. तो पहला ये है ना, IESC103.pdf NCERT. क्लिक ऑन दिस. कुछ लोगों को ये फाइल ओपन नहीं करेगा. If there's something like that, you can go with other schoolglism.com website. It is also a good website. I have seen it many times when I didn't like when that didn't open. You will have it in a form of book when you have it. It's a very good thing, guys. अगर ये आप फोन में से लॉग इन कर रहे हो और फोन में से पीडीएफ देख रहे हो, दिस वेबसाइट shows the book in a this pages in a form of book. It shows even the sounds of that when we turn, how sounds will come. It is really amazing. So अगर आपको वो पीडीएफ ओपन नहीं करेगा तो ये भी यूज कर सकते हो. It's your choice. You can use both of them when you want to. So I'll just go with this now. Okay, so you got open atoms and molecules. अभी कर लेंगे स्टार्ट. और हम ट्राई करेंगे कि इन टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस और टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस, एग्जाम्पल प्रॉब्लम्स और सभी को कवर करने के लिए ट्राई करेंगे. सभी लाइन को पढ़ पढ़ कर जाएंगे. और ये ऑलरेडी वी हैव रिवाइज्ड पीरियोडिक टेस्ट, राइट. प्री बोर्ड आ रहे हैं, फिर से वी आर व्हाट वी सेड रिवाइजिंग इट. सो लेट्स गो विद इट. फाइन. सो what is a heading? What is a chapter name? Sorry. So atoms and molecules. This is a chapter name. ठीक है, ये है हमारी चैप्टर का नाम. ओके, आई जस्ट वांट टू ओपन बोर्ड जिसमें हमें क्या आता है, बोर्ड की फीचर्स आती है. Just a second. This is also a very good app. I'm just gonna suggest you. This is also a very good app that is open board. आप ये भी डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. इसमें क्या होगा कि आप कुछ टीच करना चाहते हैं तो ये भी टीच कर सकते हैं. इस बोर्ड में आपको दिस ऑल प्रोविजंस यू हैव, इवन इंक्लूडिंग कंपास, रूलर सभी है. कि देखो एनिमेशंस है इसमें कुछ है. और हमें if you want any other things, everything, shapes, interactive applications सभी है. तो आपको कुछ भी टेंशन होने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, तो fine. So I want something black in color. ठीक है, I want something in black in color. क्यों? Why? क्योंकि this is all white, right? So I think it's like I'm taking a lot of time on this, but just a second so that I can choose the color and start it very quickly as possible. I could teach you fastly. Okay? Yes. So good morning, good afternoon, guys, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Let's study class now after a long time meeting you all. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Today we are here with our chapter 3 atoms and molecules from our science. Please don't forget to keep a notebook with a pen in front of you so that you can note down the points and understand by drawing each and everything. I do the same thing. Right. So without any further delay, let us start. तो आपको सभी लाइन में लाइन लाइन से लाइन चलेंगे और सभी पढ़ेंगे, कुछ भी लीव करना नहीं है, ठीक है? Yes. Ancient Indian and Greek philosophers have always wondered about the unknown and unseen form of matter. The idea of divisibility of matter was considered long back in India, around 500 BC. An Indian philosopher, Maharishi Kanand, postulated that if we go on dividing matter, we shall get smaller and smaller particles. Ultimately, a time will come when we shall come across the smallest particles beyond which further division will not be possible. He named these particles Parmanu. Another Indian philosopher, Pakura Katyayama, elaborated this doctrine and said that these particles normally exist in a combined form which gives us various forms of matter. Around the same era, ancient Greek philosophers Democritus and Euclides suggested that if we go on dividing matter, a stage will come when particles often cannot be divided further. Democritus called these indivisible particles atoms, meaning indivisible. All this was based on philosophical considerations and not much experimental work to validate these ideas could be done till the 18th century. By the end of the 18th century, scientists recognized the difference between elements and compounds and naturally became interested in finding out how and why elements combine and what happens when they combine. Antoine Lavoisier laid the foundation of chemical sciences by establishing two important chemical combinations. Okay? So what happened from the first? First, note down the heading atoms and molecules. First thing, what are they saying? Pakura Katyayama. We are going to many names, right? First name, Maharishi Kanand. Who is this Maharishi Kanand? He's an Indian philosopher. What did this person state? This person have stated that if we go on dividing matter, if we go on dividing matter, we shall get smaller and smaller particles. We shall get smaller and smaller particles. And this he called as Parmanu. Parmanu. ठीक है? Second is Pakura Katyayama. So who is this Pakura Katyayama? He is also an Indian philosopher. But what did this person state? This person stated that particles normally exist in a combined form which gives us various forms of matter. Particles exist in combined form. What do they exist? In a combined form they exist, and which gives various forms of matter, which gives matter. ठीक है? So this is clear. Now again around the same era, ancient Greek philosophers. अभी क्या है? Democritus और Euclides. and you keep us. So what these people said, if you go on dividing matter, a stage will come when the particles often cannot be divided further. The particles cannot be divided further. This democrat is called as indivisible particles. So atoms means indivisible particles. Important point. Atoms means indivisible particles. Okay. So going with the next point. Next, what happened? That's it, guys. Till here it is clear, right? So now there are two other scientists. Now coming with the next heading, law of chemical combination. So what does this law say? The following two laws of chemical combination were established after much experimentations by Lavoisier and Joseph L. Proust. So our first name, Antoine L. Lavoisier and Joseph L. Proust. What did these people do? They stated two chemical combination, chemical laws, two laws of chemical combination. ठीक है, तो अभी पहला वाला क्या है? The law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. So what does this law say? Let's go through and let's even read this activity. So what are they saying here? Take one of the following sets X and Y of chemicals: copper sulfate, barium chloride, lead nitrate, sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate, sodium chloride. Prepare separately a 5% solution of any one pair of substances listed under X and Y in water. Take a little amount of solution of Y in a conical flask and some solution of X in an ignition tube. Hang the ignition tube in the flask carefully. See that the solutions do not get mixed. Put a cork on the flask. Put a cork on the flask. So, weigh the flask with its contents carefully. Now, tilt and swirl the flask so that the solutions X and Y get mixed. Weigh again. What happens in the reactions flask? So what happens in the reaction flask? Do you think that the chemical reaction has taken place? Why should we put a cork on the mouth of the flask? Does the mass of the flask and its content change? Ignition tube containing the solution and dipped in the conical. So guys, just go through this type of diagrams. Those are very important. हमें questions term 1 term 2 में इस तरह ही questions से पूछते हैं. They give this diagram and they ask some questions regarding this. So learn this also. So if they ask that question, what does this picture say you? Then you must write, the mass of the flask and its contents don't change, and this is a law of conservation of mass, which states that the mass can be neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. What does law of conservation of mass state? It states that mass can be neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Okay, so this is what the law of conservation of mass said. Okay, so going with this, let me go through an example, guys. For example, H2O. Now, water have always in the no, not water. Mm-hmm. Yes, let's go with example later. Let's first complete all of this. Law of constant proportion. What does this say? Okay, so what does this say? In a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportions by mass. Okay. In a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportions by by mass. Okay, for example, if there is a 14:3 ammonium, it's the same after the reaction also. There's some chemical reaction applied. It'll be the same. ठीक है अगर if there's some according to our in-text questions, if we go through, they are saying that always H2O will be in a ratio of 1:8. Okay, here for example, hydrogen is 3, then oxygen will be how much to get 1:8? Then of course it will be 3:24, so that when we cancel, we get 1:8. So hence oxygen is 24. Anyways, it should be 24. Okay, so going for the next, guys. What did this all say? Let's first go through this. Lavoie, along with other scientists, noted that many compounds were composed of two or more elements, and such compound had the same elements in the same proportions, irrespective of where the compound came from or who prepared it. In a compound such as water, the ratio of the just a second. Okay, 18 minutes. And yeah, in a compound such as water, the ratio of mass of hydrogen to the mass of oxygen is always 1:8, whatever the source of water. Thus, 9 grams of water is decomposed in 1 gram of hydrogen, and 8 grams of oxygen are always obtained. Similarly, in ammonia, nitrogen and hydrogen are always present in the ratio of 14:3 by mass, where whatever the method of the source from which it is obtained. So this will be constant, guys. This doesn't even change. This led to the law of constant proportions, which is also known as law of definite proportions. So law of constant proportions is also called law of definite proportions. Okay, so yep. Where are we? Fine. So this law was stated by the Proust as in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in definite proportions by mass. The next problem faced by the scientists was to give appropriate explanations of this laws. British chemist John Dalton provided the basic theory about the nature of matter. Dalton picked up the idea of divisibility of matter, which was then just still a philosophy. He took the name of atoms as given by the Greeks and said the smallest particles of matter are atom. His theory was based on the laws of chemical combination. Dalton's atomic theory provided an explanation for this. Fine. So let's go with this. According to Dalton's atomic theory, all matter, whether an element, a compound, or mixture, is composed of small particles called atoms. The postulates of this theory may be stated as follows. So Dalton's atomic theory. What does Dalton's atomic theory states? The first point, all matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. All matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. Okay, atoms are indivisible particles. So atoms are, they are indivisible. We have learned all this conclusion points you can think, which can neither be created, which can neither be created nor destroyed. Okay, and atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Atoms of given element atoms of given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Okay. Atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Okay. Atoms combine in a ratio of whole numbers to form compounds. Atoms combine in a ratio of to form compounds. Okay. Next, the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant Okay, fine. So what all we learned in Dalton's atomic theory, all matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. So atoms are the indivisible particles which can neither be created nor destroyed. Uh, atoms of a given element are identical in mass and chemical properties. Atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Then the relative number, the atoms are made up of small whole numbers to form compounds. At the relative number and the kinds of atoms are constant in a given compound. Okay, so going with the next. What is atom? What is an atom? Have you ever observed in massive building walls? From this walls a room, there are a collection of rooms to form a building. What is the building block of a huge? So what does they want to say from this is atoms are the building block of all the matter. Atoms are, what are atoms? They are the building blocks. Okay? They are the building blocks of all matter. Okay, so how big are these? These are very small, and they are measured in nanometers. They are measured in nanometers. Okay, so there is an IUPAC, International Union Pure Applied Chemistry. What does this do? This approves names of elements. So International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry approves the names of elements. Fine. So let's go with our atomic mass. What does this say? The most remarkable concept of Dalton's atomic theory proposed was that of atomic mass. According to him, each element had an characteristic atomic mass. Each element have its own atomic mass. Okay, have its own atomic mass. The theory could explain the law of constant proportion so well that the scientists were prompted to measure the atomic mass of an atom. Since determining the mass of an individual atom was a relatively difficult task, so U was the symbol of this. U means unified mass. It is also approved by IUPAC. The accepted value, the accepted atomic mass unit. Accepted atomic mass unit is carbon to bill isotope. So there's something like table. Atoms of most elements are not able to exist independently. So atoms together form molecules, molecules and ions. So this we can. So what is a molecule? A molecule is a group of atoms. So elements. Number of So guys, I'm sorry I'm not explaining you anything, but neither doing all these things. Just a second, I'll explain you. I'm actually going to keep on writing. I forgot that there's a video going on also. So Dalton's atomic theory is done. So atoms are the building blocks of all the atom. So they are measured by nanometers. So IUPAC is International Union of pure and applied chemistry, they approach the names of the elements. So each element have its own atomic mass, and it is represented with U, which is means unified mass. So the accepted atomic mass unit is carbon 12 isotope. So atoms together form molecules and ions, which can be seen and touched. So molecule is a group of atoms which are tightly held together by attractive forces. So when group of atoms together form, they are called molecules. So these are two types, element and compound. So elements are made up of same type of atoms together. So same type of atoms together form an element. Okay. So when we say that same type of atoms form together, then that is a molecule. Here same is being used, then that will be an element. So when when different type of elements here join um, together, then that is called a compound. Okay, this is all what we have learned. Now going with ion. So what is an ion? Charged species is known as ion. Okay, so this have two, it negatively and positively charged. So a negatively charged is called cation, anion. Negatively charged is anion. Positively charged is cation. Okay, so clear till here. Now, polyatomic ion. A group of atoms carrying a charge is known as polyatomic ion. Group of atoms carrying a charge is polyatomic ion. Okay, fine. Now how to write a chemical formula? The combining capacity is valency. Okay, the combining capacity is valency. Then sulfide, sulfur, we should learn this, guys. Just know the difference. This all you must know. Polyatomic ions means this like this. Here only single. Here all we have double things. Okay. So sulfide S2 minus sulfide SO3 2 minus sulfate SO4 2 minus. Then we have nitrate. Okay, so carbon hydroxide is carbonate is CO3 minus CO3 2 minus. Then phosphate PO4 3 minus. Then we have ammonia, hydroxide OH minus, sulfide S2 minus, oxide O2 minus, iodine I minus, bromide Br minus. Okay, so are you understanding this? Sulfide S2 minus. You have to remember all of this to solve anything. To solve any chemical formula. Clear, guys? So, for example, I'm taking another one. Let me check it with ammonium sulfide. If they ask us to solve ammonium sulfate, they will surely ask regarding sulfate. Ammonium is NH4 plus 4 and only plus 1 charge is there, whereas sulfate SO4 2 minus, SO4 2 minus. So what is happening here? 2 goes to NH4, but here already we have 4. So NH4 bracket, don't forget to keep bracket 2 SO4. This is how you should solve. Okay, when there's something already there, it is a polyatomic ion, right? Ammonium is a polyatomic ion. So when there's something like this, you must keep a bracket over there. Coming to sodium carbonate. Now many people get confused in this both. We kept bracket there, we didn't keep here. Why? Sodium carbonate. Sodium is Na. That means plus 1. Plus 1 means minus 1. That to become neon. Carbonate. What is the carbonate one? CO3 2 minus. So 2 minus is a charge. So Na to CO3. Na to CO3. Guys, why are we not keeping any bracket near CO3? Here the charge is only 1. We are doing cross, right? So here only we have 1. So CO3 1, it is not at all required. So for example, NS charge is 2. Then CO3 bracket 2 you will have. Okay, are you getting? I hope your people are getting it, guys. Okay. Okay, so hope you all have understood this. Going to the next problem. Please learn this. Sulfide means S2 minus. Sulfite means SO3 2 minus. Sulfate means SO4 2 minus. Nitrite N3 minus. Nitrate NO3 minus. Carbonate CO3 2 minus. Phosphate PO4 3 minus. Ammonium NH4 plus. Hydroxide OH minus. Oxide O2 minus. Don't forget, this is very, very important. Okay. Are we coming to molecular mass and formula unit mass? Molecular mass. So what is this molecular mass? So this is also expressed in a form of U, unified mass. What is this? For example, if they give us, let's go with example 3.1 example only. If they give us, just a second. If they give us H2O, okay, 1 minute please. For example, if they give us H2O only, okay, if they give H2O, what is hydrogen's number? What is hydrogen number? It is 1. But here we already have H2O. 2 is there. So we should multiply it with 2. Then plus it with oxygen. What is the oxygen atomic mass? Molecular mass is nothing but its mass. Okay. So oxygen is 16. So you get it as 18U. Going with the next, HNO3. HNO3. Try solving this without seeing. Here hydrogen is 1 plus nitrogen is nitrogen number, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, is 7, right? So it will be 14 plus oxygen 8. Then do it. What is the answer you got? It is 63 U. Sometimes people get 62 U also. Actually, why it happens? It's because, why does it happen, guys? Oh yeah, sorry. Some people get it because they take the atomic mass in a wrong calculation. That's why it happens like that. Okay. So going with the next formula, unit mass. Now, what does the difference? What is a simple difference between formula unit mass and molecular mass? Oh, very simple difference. Very simple difference. It is also said in U only. But while using the formula unit mass, you should write in this way: CaCl2. CaCl2. Calcium. What is calcium's number? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. 20. What is chlorine? Chlorine number is 17. So what will be its just a second. So you'll get 100 and U. 100 and, so what is guys, it is 40 plus 35.5 into 2, then you will get 42s are 80 plus 35.5, then you get 100 and U. 111 U. So how do you do this? First you have to write the steps like thing: atomic mass of Ca plus atomic mass of Cl into 2. Okay, this is how you have to write it. Going with the next concept, जो है mole concept, the last and final concept or important concept. What is mole concept and what does this say? Okay, 1 mole of any species is that quantity of number having a mass equal to its atomic, equal to its molecular mass in grams. Okay, this is what mole concept means. So 1 mole equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. This is called Avogadro number. Clear? So going way down, you have to only remember one formula, guys. Only one formula. You okay? Here, a number of moles. Just write in the form of box. Number of moles is equals to n. Then given mass is represented in small m. Then molar mass is in big M. Then given number of particles is in form of capital N, and Avogadro's number NO. So when they ask 50, let's see first question, 52 grams of helium, finding mole from mass. Here they have given mass. So given mass is M they have given. Okay, number of moles we have to find. That means N is equals to how much? They have given the mass. Molar mass and given mass. Molar mass is 52 grams. Given mass is helium. So 52 by helium. That is how much? 4. That is 13. Okay. So N equals to what? N equals to small m by m. First equation. Note it down. Next. Second equation. N equals to capital N by Avogadro's number. Second equation, note it down. After this, if you want mass, if you want this one, you can substitute, right? This is enough. So next, going with the next one. That's it, guys. There's nothing more in this lesson. Hope you all have understood this lesson. So one short video 52 minutes में हम खत्म कर लिया ये chapter. तो अभी बोलो ये interesting या नहीं? Everything is interesting and 52 minutes में हम ये chapter complete कर चुके हैं. तो what all we learned? But Maharishi Kannan कौन है? So he is an Indian philosopher. He said that if you go on dividing matter, we should get smaller and smaller particles. Now I have written each and every point which I felt important. So I'm not able to teach you guys, right? So if you do the same thing, you can even understand and you can even write it down. Next chapter will be of motion. So after that we have structure of atom, a very small chapter, very simple chapter. तो वो भी इतना समय नहीं लगेगा. So we will do it in just half an hour. ठीक है? Motion it's a lot of time, but we have to do it, right? So Maharishi Kannan, he said that if we go on dividing matter, we get smaller and smaller particles, and he named this as Parmanu. So next, Pakuda Katyayama said that particles exist in a combined form, which gives us various forms of matter. तो डेमोक्रेटिस और ल्यूकिपस कौन है जो है what there this the particles cannot be divided further. So this they call that atoms means indivisible particles. So laws of chemical combination have two types: conservation of mass, constant proportions. ठीक है, Dalton's atomic theory. Then we have about atomic mass और molecules के बारे में simply mind map कीजिए, से सब भी अच्छे हैं guys आपकी book में. ions, next molecular mass, formula unit mass, mole concept. वेरी वेरी इजी चैप्टर. आपको ये इतना भी समय नहीं लगा है तो प्लीज गो विद इट. ठीक है, फाइन. सो या ओके, सो लेट्स चेक एन ओवरव्यू ऑफ आवर मोशन चैप्टर. ठीक है, मोशन चैप्टर की ओवरव्यू देख लेंगे. आई ओपन इट. गाइस प्लीज स्टे होम, स्टे सेफ. सिचुएशन अच्छा नहीं है, स्कूल्स भी स्टार्ट हुआ है. इट्स ओके, यू कैन गो, बट टेक केयर ऑफ योरसेल्फ. ठीक है, wherever you're going, take care of yourself. The situation not at all good. There's some there's not, it is not yet sure that pre-board term 1 और term 2 ही होगा और ये 80 मार्क्स का है या 40 मार्क्स का है. पर प्लीज प्रिपेयर फॉर 80 मार्क्स. एंड मोशन चैप्टर कितना पेजेस का है? ओ माय गॉड, 13 पेजेस, 13.5 पेजेस की है. तो इसमें हम क्या क्या इजी टॉपिक्स है, क्या क्या हमें पढ़ना है, सीखना है. तो पहला पेज इजी है, इंट्रोडक्शन, मोशन डिस्क्राइबिंग इजी है, डिस्टेंस डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी इजी है. उसके बाद यूनिफॉर्म नॉन यूनिफॉर्म इजी, स्पीड विद डायरेक्शन. Oh my god, if you go on seeing like that, everything is easy, right? Who all think it is? Okay, fine. So we will do this, guys. There's nothing. If you feel it is hard, that will be like that only. It's okay. So hope you all will go on doing the same. That is very good things, and you know, help the needy people, help the poor people. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Please share at least half of the members. In also, please at least keep it in your status. I feel very happy just for that. So yeah, I think you all understood atoms and molecules. So I want to ask a simple question to you all because I don't want to waste time. Okay, fine. तो atoms and molecules में हमारी पहला क्वेश्चन है, what is a mole? This is the first question. हमारी second question है, one mole equals to how much? How much, guys? One mole? I don't want any copy answers. One mole equals to how much? What is a mole? One mole equals to how much? ठीक है? So I'll show you in the captions B. Fine. Yes. Fine, fine, fine. So yeah, I hope you will be continuing in the same way. I wish all the best to everyone who are preparing for pre-board या board examination 10th या 9th, कुछ भी class हो हमारी examinations आ रही है, तो I think you all started preparing for that, and I actually wish you all the best, and in advance I want to even congratulate you all. I'm sure that you all will crack it, of course. So please don't, is this even what's happening? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So everyone, all the best for you. प्री बोर्ड 9th क्लास की पोर्शन हमें अभी तक सिर्फ अभी भी कंफ्यूजन ही रही है, पर हम चलते रहेंगे कुछ भी, वी वोंट स्टॉप एट एनी वे, विल प्रैक्टिस टर्म 1 एंड टर्म 2, क्योंकि ये अभी कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हैं साइंस एंड मैथ स्पेशली, जो हमारी 10th में यूज होगी, तो इसलिए हम सभी पढ़ेंगे, कुछ भी हो प्री बोर्ड में है या नहीं है, पर हम सभी पढ़ेंगे. And if by luck if you have only term to question, it is very happy news to you all and even me, क्योंकि कुछ ही पढ़ाना है ना. तो yeah, so fine. So let's hope for the best, guys. Let's hope only we'll have term 2 portion for pre-board, क्योंकि days be very less है. 14th onwards we have our pre-board examinations, and board exams are being next month, maybe 6th, right? March 6th. So I wish all the best to everyone, and I want everyone to see as toppers. So I wish all the best to everyone and congratulating you before in advance. Okay, guys. So take care of yourself. So hope you all have understood atoms and molecules. We'll be back with motion chapter. It's a very easy chapter. इसमें हम डिस्टेंस डिस्प्लेसमेंट के बारे में पढ़ने वाले हैं और कुछ अदर ग्राफ्स के बारे में पढ़ने वाले हैं, और यूनिफॉर्म और नॉन यूनिफॉर्म मोशन के बारे में पढ़ने वाले हैं, स्पीड, डिस्प्लेसमेंट, डायरेक्शन, वेलोसिटी, एक्सेलरेशन एंड मेनी थिंग्स. इस दिस लेसन ओनली इज द बेस ऑफ द ऑल फोर्स एंड लॉस ऑफ मोशन, या वर्क इन एनर्जी, या ग्रेविटेशन, कुछ भी फिजिक्स में लेसन हो, दिस इज द बेस ऑफ इट एवरीथिंग. ओके, सो मोशन इज द बेस ऑफ एवरी चैप्टर. ठीक है, so what is the measuring of its everything we will do. We'll start it at 4 o'clock and complete it by 6. So yeah, um everyone take care of yourself. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Let's study class 9, and I'll be meeting you in my next video. Don't forget to even hit the bell icon which is there to get the notifications whenever I upload a video. Okay, guys, take care. See you soon again in the next video after 1 hour. Bye bye. Have a nice day.